Question 1. A research team needs to train deep learning models on large datasets. The process requires GPUs. The team wants to minimize costs. Training happens in short bursts. Which AWS instance type should be used? Options: A. On-demand EC2 P4D instances. B. Spot EC2 G5 instances with Amazon S3 storage. C. AWS Lambda with GPU acceleration. D. Amazon SageMaker with reserved instances. Correct answer: B. Spot EC2 G5 instances with Amazon S3 storage. Explanation: Spot instances provide cost savings for batch training jobs. G5 instances have GPU support for AI workloads. Amazon S3 stores large datasets cost-effectively. Why not other options? Option A. On-demand instances are too expensive for training. Option C. AWS Lambda doesn't support GPUs for deep learning. Option D. Reserved instances are cost-effective for steady workloads, but not for short bursts. Question 2. A company has 3 VPCs in different AWS regions. The VPCs need to communicate securely with minimal latency. Traffic should not traverse the internet. The solution must be scalable for future VPCs. Cost should be optimized. Which networking solution should be used? Options: A. VPC peering. B. AWS Transit Gateway. C. AWS Private Link. D. AWS Direct Connect. Correct answer: B. AWS Transit Gateway. Explanation: Transit Gateway enables a hub-and-spoke model for VPC connectivity. More scalable than VPC peering, which requires individual connections. Reduces complexity and supports cross-region VPC communication. Why not other options? Option A. VPC peering requires separate peering connections, making scaling difficult. Option C. Private link is for accessing AWS services, not VPC to VPC communication. Option D. Direct Connect is for hybrid cloud setups, not inter-VPC communication. Question 3. A research team runs machine learning workloads on EC2 instances and needs low-latency shared file storage for high-performance computing, HPC. The solution must support thousands of concurrent connections. Data must be accessible across multiple instances. Performance should be scalable. Which storage solution should be used? Options: A. Amazon S3. B. Amazon EBS. C. Amazon EFS. D. Amazon FSx for Lustre. Correct answer: D. Amazon FSx for Lustre. Explanation: FSx for Lustre provides high-throughput, low-latency shared storage. Optimized for ML, HPC, and analytics workloads. Tightly integrates with Amazon S3 for large dataset storage. Why not other options? Option A. S3 is object storage, not a shared file system. Option B. EBS volumes can only be attached to one EC2 instance at a time. Option C. EFS is better for general-purpose file storage, but FSx for Lustre is faster. Question 4. A company is building a data lake for storing large datasets and running ad hoc analytics queries. Storage should be cost-effective. Queries should be serverless and pay-per-query. The solution must support structured and semi-structured data. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. Amazon RDS with Aurora. B. Amazon Redshift Spectrum. C. Amazon Athena. D. Amazon EMR with Apache Hive. Correct answer: C. Amazon Athena. Explanation: Athena allows running SQL queries on data stored in S3 without provisioning infrastructure. Uses a pay-per-query pricing model. Supports structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Why not other options? Option A. RDS is for transactional databases, not data lakes. Option B. Redshift Spectrum is optimized for Redshift-based queries, not general-purpose analytics. Option D. EMR requires cluster provisioning, increasing costs. Question 5. An EC2-based application needs to read and write objects in an S3 bucket. The solution should be secure and follow best practices. No static credentials should be stored on the instance. Access should be granted at the instance level. Which authentication method should be used? Options: A. AWS IAM user with access keys stored in the application. B. AWS IAM role assigned to the EC2 instance. C. Hard-coded credentials in the EC2 user data script. D. Use assigned URL generated from an IAM user. Correct answer: B. AWS IAM role assigned to the EC2 instance. Explanation: IAM roles allow temporary credentials to be assigned dynamically. No need to store static credentials, improving security. Best practice for granting AWS resource access to EC2 instances. Why not other options? Option A. IAM user keys are a security risk if compromised. Option C. Hard-coded credentials are insecure. Option D. Signed URLs are temporary and not suitable for long-term access. Question 6. A SaaS company is deploying a stateful web application on AWS. The application requires persistent storage. Autoscaling should be supported. Costs should be minimized. Which instance type and storage combination should be used? Options: A. EC2 spot instances with instance store. B. EC2 on-demand instances with EBS volumes. C. AWS Lambda with Amazon Aurora serverless. D. Amazon ECS with Fargate and Amazon S3 for storage. Correct answer: B. EC2 on-demand instances with EBS volumes. Explanation: on-demand instances ensure predictable availability for stateful applications. EBS provides persistent block storage. Autoscaling can be enabled while maintaining state. Why not other options? Option A. Spot instances can be terminated unexpectedly, making them unsuitable for stateful apps. Option C. Lambda is stateless and not ideal for this use case. Option D. ECS with Fargate is good for stateless apps, but not for applications needing persistent block storage. Question 7. A financial company needs to detect fraudulent transactions in real time. Latency should be low, less than 1 second. Machine learning models should be used. The solution should be scalable. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. Amazon Rekognition. B. Amazon SageMaker with real-time inference endpoints. C. AWS Batch with SageMaker models. D. Amazon EMR with Spark ML. Correct answer: B. Amazon SageMaker with real-time inference endpoints. Explanation: SageMaker real-time inference endpoints provide low-latency model predictions. Fully managed ML deployment with autoscaling. Why not other options? Option A. Rekognition is for image/video analysis, not fraud detection. Option C. AWS Batch is for batch processing, not real-time inference. Option D. EMR with Spark ML is better for batch jobs, not low-latency predictions. Question 8. A company has multiple AWS accounts under AWS organizations. Users from different accounts need access to an S3 bucket in the main account. Each account should have fine-grained access controls. Cross-account access should be secure without using hard-coded credentials. Which method should be used? Options: A. Create IAM users in the main account and share access keys with other accounts. B. Use S3 bucket policies with cross-account permissions. C. Use AWS IAM roles and assume role API. D. Enable S3 cross-region replication to duplicate data. Correct answer: C. Use AWS IAM roles and assume role API. Explanation: IAM roles allow temporary, secure cross-account access. The assume role API lets users in other accounts temporarily assume the role with specific permissions. No need for static credentials. Why not other options? Option A. Sharing access keys is insecure and violates AWS best practices. Option B. Bucket policies allow access, but do not enforce identity-based controls. Option D. cross-region replication does not solve the access control issue. Question 9. A global e-commerce platform hosts its backend in multiple AWS regions. Data synchronization between regions should be cost-effective. Latency should be minimized. Traffic should be private, not over the public internet. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. AWS Direct Connect. B. AWS Transit Gateway with Inter-Region Peering. C. VPC Peering. D. AWS Global Accelerator. Correct answer: B. AWS Transit Gateway with Inter-Region Peering. Explanation: Transit Gateway Inter-Region Peering is optimized for private inter-region traffic. Lower cost than Direct Connect for multi-region setups. Supports large-scale, scalable architectures. Why not other options? Option A. Direct Connect is for hybrid cloud, on-prem to AWS, not inter-region VPC communication. Option C. VPC peering does not scale well for multiple regions. Option D. Global Accelerator optimizes traffic for end users, not back-end region-to-region traffic. Question 10. A company manages millions of IoT devices that send real-time telemetry data. The data needs to be processed in real time with minimal operational overhead. Scalability is a key requirement. Cost should be minimized by using a serverless approach. Which AWS service should be used? Options: A. Amazon Kinesis Data Streams plus AWS Lambda. B. Amazon EC2 Auto Scaling Group with Apache Kafka. C. Amazon RDS with stored procedures. D. AWS Batch with Amazon S3. Correct answer: A. Amazon Kinesis Data Streams plus AWS Lambda. Explanation: Kinesis handles high-throughput real-time streaming data. AWS Lambda processes incoming data in a serverless, scalable manner. No need for infrastructure management. Why not other options? Option B. EC2 auto-scaling requires more maintenance and higher costs. Option C. RDS is for structured data, not real-time streaming. Option D. AWS Batch is for batch processing, not real-time data streams.